Kedu Bawani. Hello everyone, my name is Ngozi. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Just Podcast, where we kiss the small talk goodbye. We talk about life, love, professional developments, and a little bit of Shakara. So my village people, please tune in to my new podcast, Let's Just. I'll see you there. Welcome to Let's Just Podcast, where we kiss the small talk goodbye. We're here navigating life, love, and Shakara with a little bit of enjoyment. So let's just. Okay, my village people, we are here to discuss a very, very interesting topic. Is polygamy the soft life? My fine babes, my fine guys, can you have the soft life in a polygamous marriage? Well, I'm sure you want to know what I want to know, but it's not about me. I have some exceptional guests for me here today to give you guys a little bit of spice in your life. Without further ado, my village people, please welcome my fine babe Tiffany from Chi-Town, by way of Chattanooga. Welcome my Liberian Presidente Sia. You know her, don't be shocked, you know she's fine. And without further ado, I Sierra Leone, fine boy, no pimple, Tyson. Oh, and since we've all come in, we're all very close and comfortable because we want to make sure we're in the screen. So anybody that wants to judge your father. Okay, so Tyson, tell the audience, tell everybody, where are you from? What's your ethnicity? What do you do? What are you working on? And if you want, your social handle for any small girl that want to press button.
I'm Tyson. I am born and raised in Sierra Leone, West Africa. You know, I work for the DOD. Let's just put it at that. I don't think I need any more social media followers. Kudos to y'all. I am working on a lot of things. All right, I'm working on being a better father and just being a better friend, and obviously working on my career as well.
Okay, now we have our fine babe here, Tiffany. Tell us, where you're from, your ethnicity, you're working on.
I think I'm with Tyson. I don't want no more followers.
Mio, follow us. Let's Just Podcast and press button, subscribe, and like.
Yes. So I am from Chicago. Yes. Yeah. Not gang.
I don't know. I'm not from that.
No,
Isn't that what the little kids do? Gang. I'm not doing them gang.
Feels like the right thing to say.
I don't know anything
Why
about
is
gang.
that what people say?
She don't like it either. She's smiling, but she gets real shy town offended.
I do not play by my city, y'all.
It gets fierce.
I do not play by my city.
Even though they don't play about anybody else either. But it's okay. We will stay on our
What
side.
we will not do.
Look, don't let the hair and makeup fool you. I am from Chicago. Okay. But I'm from Chicago. I currently live in Tennessee, and I am an entrepreneur. I've been an
only
entrepreneur.
10 I see.
Period.
Let me stop.
I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years. And I am just, and I've been married for 10 years. So I'm just navigating my way through life. And I'm a mommy. So, entrepreneur, mommy, friend.
Remember, this conversation continues. Okay, thank you. Everybody, welcome Tiffany.
Hey.
Fine babe. All right, last but never ever least, our Liberian Presidente.
My name is Tina, but you can call me Sia. I'm just new to the IT world in terms of goals, just trying to make more money. Trying to grow as an individual, mentally, spiritually, financially, in all aspect. Just trying to be a better version of myself overall.
Before we get started, we have this thing called pepper soup time. Pepper soup. Anybody that knows about pepper soup, they know pepper soup is a Nigerian dish. It is sweet, not really sweet.
Nigerian though?
Let me land. Nigerians are known for pepper soup, but other other cultures have their pepper soup. But anybody know?
Side eye.
Bombastic side. Anybody know? I'm gonna describe the Nigerian pepper soup, and it comes with all kinds of flavor and seasoning. But we known to have it with goat meat, and it's so sweet. But one thing you will know about a Nigerian pepper soup is a couple facts that everybody knows. And when you take a spoon of this pepper soup, something is gonna happen to your body. You will begin to perspire. You will begin to feel like your tongue is dancing and crying at the same time. It is good, but it is hard. It's not for the faint at heart. So we say pepper soup time because that means I'm going to ask my guests a few questions to put them on the hot seats. Okay.
I do want to say though, I know you're Nigerian and everything, I love you, but where soup is all over West Africa.
Yes, you have Liberian pepper soup, you have Sierra Leone pepper soup, you have Ghana pepper soup.
But
right now,
I must say, I've tried her pepper soup and she already knows it's good. I'm always asking for her to make some, but
it's okay. So without further ado, let's talk about the rules really quick, and then we're going to dive into the questions because we want to be cognizant of our time. We're already 9 minutes in.
Africans, you can't bring up food.
Please,
then claim Nigerian.
I support you now with your foot chest, Abby.
I'm just saying, she.
I started it.
You did.
It's okay, but
like
you know,
like the jollof rice.
I need that one. Okay. Jollof rice. Everybody know. But
here's
the rules for the pepper soup. I will ask my guests a question. They have options. They can either answer the question or they can take a shot.
Is another option?
Yes, it is. You can phone a friend. Anywhere. But guess what? If the friend don't answer or the friend don't come through with this question, guess what? Guess
what?
You will take 2 shots.
I love it.
So without further ado,
can I phone you because you're technically a friend?
No, ma'am. I will not. You will be taking 2 shots because I won't pick. Okay.
Oh, shit. I had to ask.
Like I'm like, oh shit. Okay, shoot.
Okay, I guess I wasn't ready for that.
Listen,
so this is for 18 and above. So if you share this, be advised. Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, so our first pepper soup question to ask, we're going to keep it spicy. And we're talking about polygamy, right? So I think it's only fair to ask a question and that's kind of aligned with this. Okay, so my first question, again, our topic is polygamy the soft life? So, Sia, my first question for you is, what do you think an orgy would be like?
What?
Damn.
Oh my goodness, wait.
Definitely hot.
I mean, in regards to my fantasies or just in general?
Her fantasies.
Your fantasies.
Makes it hot. Just saying it makes it. It just.
Oh my goodness.
You have options. You can
take a shot.
Take a shot.
Other people participating.
That's what an orgy is.
A group of people having sex.
Like what it looks like.
Like, what would your fantasy be like if you were to have an orgy? What would that look like to you?
So it could be. Okay.
We waiting, y'all. We need a time clock on that.
Okay.
Oh, you got 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You've already used 3.
I can't drink. So I can't get drunk tonight. I'm totally okay with being watched. I don't care if people watch us, but I don't know if I want to participate in that. But I would be totally okay if we had an audience. I can put on the show. That would be fun.
Okay.
I'm okay for that.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Sounding real non-orgy-ish. Sounding real non-orgy-ish, y'all.
Okay.
That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
She want the group to watch her, but not participate.
You can watch.
Okay.
Wait, no, they can give instructions. That would actually be very sexy.
Not too bad.
Okay. I want people to give instruction, or you can hold my leg up, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
she slid with that one.
Yeah, you could be like, okay, let's arch your back a little bit more. Okay. Throw out instructions, help me
guide you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She got.
She redeemed herself, Flo.
She did. She did.
I mean, that's. I can see. That's
okay. Tiffany.
Yeah.
Pepper soup for you. Ready?
Hers better be just as bad.
Have you ever masturbated in public?
Oh wow.
Damn.
Have you?
These are like
spicy.
these are like
I'm so glad you didn't ask me that, but
yeah, that's crazy. Yo. God damn.
have you? Interesting.
I have.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
Where was it?
Live your best life, Tiffany.
I want the details.
Only share what you want. And you don't have to share,
Definitely have. No, I'm totally cool.
You can totally form ignorance like I did.
No, I mean, I've definitely done it in public.
Okay.
You know, it's been times that oh, it sounds so nasty.
Mm-hmm.
We're
about to talk about is polygamy and soft life.
She knows I'm not.
That's what I'm saying, girl. It's all good.
But I've definitely done it. Okay, y'all.
You wasn't thinking I was gonna go there.
It's judgment-free zone.
Okay.
So no. So I've done it several times. I've done it in a public restroom just because I was just having all these thoughts and. I was just like, I gotta get this shit off now.
Wow.
And I've done it in my car before. I pulled over because.
Ooh, wow.
So yes, the answer is yes. I've masturbated in a public place.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
Damn, that shit was like.
Hey, yo, the host. Do you?
Yeah, she
Do
has.
you get a question?
Pepper soup.
Nah.
I give the pepper soup. I don't give.
That definitely was spicy. Y'all started sweating.
That's spicy.
Okay.
Oh, don't
I
you?
had to figure out how I was gonna answer that question.
Don't
But we're
you?
grown, y'all.
Don't.
Yeah, we
You
grown.
better behave, young
We do grown
lady.
people things.
Exactly.
You better behave,
I
young
will
lady.
behave.
Behave
Are you
yourself.
ready for the
And?
soup?
There are kids watching it.
No, God forbid. Kids are watching.
Ain't no kids
Yeah.
watching.
I
y'all.
got you.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson,
You better not go easy on him.
have you ever participated in a threesome?
Yes.
That was
hard for
hard Jeez.
I'm talking about with a smile in the camera, y'all.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa. There's only
with another man.
no.
No.
So it was you and two women.
Yes.
Well, they say, you know what they say, when a woman has two men, that's a train. It's not a threesome. No.
There's been variations though.
Okay.
What do you mean variation?
But the number was 3.
Like
so we're gonna
five
answer
women.
the question that was presented.
You got it. And yeah.
The number was 3.
I need a harder question for Tyson.
The number was 3. No. The pepper don't. It's
The
just-
pepper don't.
They don't
okay.
pepper. What?
The
That's
pepper
it.
don't pepper.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the
FYI, it's a lot of work if they're not into each other.
Facts.
So,
Can you
Well,
share
first of all,
a
why
little
did you get them and they not into each other?
um,
That should have already been set up.
I know. I mean, I guess the first one just kind of fell into my lap.
Oh,
So
were they
it's like-
friends?
They knew each other, yeah. But I think they've never kind of engaged in that space with each other. So it's
Well,
kind
my
of
recommendation is always. That's not our topic, but
Yeah.
we'll go on. But
Yeah.
my recommendation
So-
for that is to always
So
make sure you have two women that are.
yeah, the
One should
next
definitely
one
be
was a little.
experienced.
The next one was.
I mean, not that I know anything about that, but I'm just saying. Okay, next.
Just understand you'll be working, fellas.
You
If
should be
they're not
working
in-
anyway.
You should be
Lazy
working,
man.
but at the same time,
It's double time.
there is a proper way to do it.
How do
Like-
you do it?
There is-
We're gonna divert because we got to shift. But thank you for sharing. We
It's
will
gonna.
pick this
I
back
think that we're gonna get back to the topic.
up. Luis Caliente.
Hey.
Round 2, we'll give him a harder one next time.
Round 2. Okay.
Starting with Tyson.
So let's define polygamy.
Ooh.
Polygamy is marriage to more than one spouse at a time. The most typical forms of polygamy have been polygamy, in which can share a husband, in which co-husbands share a wife. However, same-sex marriage may instigate new forms of polygamy. But we're going to focus on heterosexual polygamists, okay? Kind of. Okay.
I'm just saying kinda.
That's true.
Kind of, because depending on
The situation.
Yeah, so it's kind of ish.
Okay, so let's start with you, Tiffany.
You can start with me.
Okay,
I'm
so
ready.
let's start with you. What are your views on polygamy and why?
Okay, so had you asked me this 10 years ago, I'm like, no, absolutely not. But as I've grown and matured, now I'm kind of like, I am probably like right at 99%. Like, I like it. Like, I think that if you are thinking outside of the box, if you're not allowing society to make decisions for you, and you're strategic, then I think that it could absolutely be beneficial. Now, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm going to look for every, opportunity to be able to make things better. Mm-hmm. And so for me, my answer is like, I'm with it. Like, we've heard like, women are like, well, I don't want to share my man. Baby, you sharing your man anyway.
That is true.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay.
You don't know you sharing your man, but you're sharing them. So
let's participate.
Like, that's the thing, like one way or another. So my thought is like, if we're sharing something, I want to make sure that my household is taken care of. Everybody is benefiting. I'm benefiting, my kids benefiting, and we're just setting a foundation for something that could be greater later. So my vote is greater later. What?
So I'm gonna just
we set foundation.
So I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper in this.
Okay.
Okay. So you've been married for how long?
It's gonna be 10 years this month.
10 years. Mm-hmm. So you're not like just swinging out the bat with relationships.
We've been together 18 years.
18 years. I
I'm not even
remember.
gonna ask.
So okay. So you say.
Yeah.
So you say you are okay
keep
with.
that pepper soup going.
It's more than just pepper soup in there. That one is caliente.
Yeah.
So okay, you say you think you would be down for it. So okay, when I think of marriage, I think of like something that's secure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of something where everybody's understanding what the priorities are.
Yes.
Everybody's understanding what the compromises are. And if they don't, they're navigating through that. So my thought is, in a polygamy marriage, and say for instance, hypothetically,
right,
Sia is
my other wife, my sister wife,
your sister wife, and then, well, let me just ask you this before I dive in that. And then I'm gonna swing over in a minute. Give me the why.
My thought is like, for me, it's just seeing the benefits on like how it not only benefits myself, like how it could benefit my family. So that, well, like if it's me and Sia like to clean up. I don't like to have to do that. I would rather hire somebody, but Sia cleans up. I love to cook. So Sia likes to clean, I like to cook, right? Mm-hmm. So for us, it's like, okay, well, we share the responsibility. As you grow older, we all know that like, ain't nobody trying to have sex every day, all day. Well, Tyson, we ain't talking about men, but women, like...
No, but I'm agreeing. No,
are you really agreeing? Okay.
Shh.
But we don't want to have sex all day, every day. And so for me, it's like, we share responsibility. If I can't go pick the kids up, then I'm like, hey, Sia, can you go grab the kids? Mm-hmm. Great. If Sia can't pick the kids up, or Sia needs me to go to X, Y, and Z, and I'm on that side of town, great, then I can do that. So for me, it's like, it becomes, it's really like a partnership. Yeah. So it's like building your own community, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, maybe when my son comes home to do homework and like, I'm not really good at math, but Sia is like a math whiz. So I'm like, okay, you need to go talk to TT Sia because she can help you. But Sia's daughter wants to become an entrepreneur. Well, that's what I know really well. So she's going to come and talk to me. And I think that the perception is it's all about sex. Mm-hmm. It's only so much sex in the world, right? But like when you can like build a foundation that allows you to live the life that everybody think they want to live. They want to, live a life where they can just spend money and travel and do all the things. The more people that you have that's putting in that pot, then the more that you can do. So my husband may not be an entrepreneur, right? But she is. And so we can connect on that level and we're helping each other. So that $300,000 that maybe I was bringing in, she's bringing in $200,000 and he bringing in $300,000 and now we're good. And so once you can get to, in my opinion, that level of maturity and understand that it's more than just sex.
Okay, so yeah, as for myself, I don't believe in polygamy marriage out loud. I'm pretty sure some god-awful Nigerian man has subjected me to some type of secret polygamy practices.
All men.
But I will say this, I'm going to just dive a little bit deeper. Say for an example, Sia. I know Sia, What's something you like to do, Sia? Tell me, when it deals with relationships, what's something you like to do?
I like traveling.
You like,
but I also,
for your mate.
For my mate, I'm very touchy-feely. I'm very much in your face.
And what else? Something else you like as well to do for your mate.
Oh, like cooking?
Okay, let me press on that, right? Let me pause on
It's
that.
not cooking.
Look, she loves to cook.
I love that.
She loves to cook. And
Okay.
guess what I know about my fine Chi-Town kitty by way of Chattanooga? If there's one thing I know about this girl she's gonna do, she don't just prepare a meal for her family.
Right.
These people be eating like, they eat top tier, like salmon with creme brulee, and like she is and not just once a week, not just twice a week, 3 to 5 times a week. This girl is cooking.
I remember too.
It's her.
She made the little fish one time.
And
I pulled up. I'm like, yo, who made this? She was like,
no, she's talking. You're talking about Sia. I'm talking about
Yeah.
Tiffany. She does it.
Oh, Tiffany be throwing that.
Understatement.
my
But guess
thing.
what? I know Sia does too. And guess what? I know that Sia is a lover. And guess what I know about Tiffany? Tiffany is definitely a lover.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know how that would work.
come on, let me press.
Right.
Let me press.
Okay.
And then guess what? When Sia, I know Sia enough to know she's my new. We became friends this year, but it seems like eternity. Tiffany and I've been friends 20 years.
Oh my God.
But one thing I know about these girls, they're lovers.
Yeah, definitely.
And when they have a crisis, just as myself, and they expect their mate to be there.
Yes.
So simultaneously, Tiff, you've had a bad day.
Yeah.
You know, your customers are doing this. But guess
Yeah.
what? Sia has had a bad day.
Yeah.
And she wants her man.
Mm-hmm.
Babe, I need you.
Okay, we're gonna stop you right there. It's not her man. So you can stop right there.
What about
But it's not just that as well.
This is our person.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. The way that I look at it is like, okay, Sia's having a bad day and I'm having a bad day. But when you build community, like we're not just seeking him to like make us feel better. Like I may be like, Sia, like I'm having a terrible day. She may be like, Tiff, I'm having a terrible day. We may go to each other and be like, okay, we're gonna sit in the bed and watch movies. Nothing sexual because we're having a bad
all
day.
y'all sitting in the
Ice
bed?
cream or something.
Exactly. I'm saying that we may
You two may sit in the bed.
and watch movies and feel better.
And comfort each other because girls talk always. Is therapeutic.
Exactly.
You
So
know?
imagine having like that at home. So
my mind is dripping.
No,
it's true. It's true.
And I think from a man's perspective,
Yeah.
right? And this is
release him of some responsibility
Exactly.
not that.
In actual reality,
Yep.
you saying you guys are going comfort. I've been comforted by you. I've been comforted by you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other comfort, honestly,
Mhm.
on a lot of situations when it's like you're a mate. Women are great problem solvers.
Yeah.
So I can understand that sisterhood. But you know, like, there'll be times just in communication where you two are upset. You know, like, what is it? You guys are navigating problems.
Yeah.
And Sia's like, me and my small pikin, we want daddy time with, you know, and Tiffany is like, he's been traveling out one time too. Like, I'm sure at some point there's gonna show favoritism in some form of fashion. Is that something that you guys be like, hey, I know it's gonna be a time, maybe he wants to pander her more, you know?
So I do want to say, in theory, for me, it sounds good, and logically, I would totally be all for it because my thinking
Practice is
definitely
different.
like her, right? However, I know myself and I know I'm emotional and I can be very possessive and very jealous, right? So with that being said, I think, it makes total sense. I just don't think it's for me because my emotions would not allow me to even like, I don't want nobody even looking at my nigga. Like, I'm so sorry. Do not look at him. Don't breathe too hard near him. Don't even like.
But you and Tiff are the kind of, you are the same way in a more reserved.
And
maturity.
It's not just maturity
and confidence come in too.
No, it's not about.
It's not really.
Y'all, when you start to like really like work through it, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you mature, you know that there are more things than you need in life, and so like I need friendship. Like it's more like companionship. So whether it's with a woman or it's with a man, like companionship is important to me, right? And so, quite honestly, men are going, and women, I don't want to just say men, because women outside, they outside right now. But I think that like, for me, it's like, okay, well, I know that if I find a person that we both can mesh with, then I'm okay with that. Like, I'm going to love you and I'm going to allow you to love me, and we will love him, and
It'll be yourself.
it'll be okay.
Can I just say the only way for me how that would ever work?
Yeah.
So when I was in my relationship with my ex-fiance, we had a similar conversation, right? We actually talked about having separate homes and living separately.
Okay.
And I'm totally open for that, right? The only way I will ever be okay with that is if he can show up. If I don't notice, if you're able to show up for me and I can't notice like your presence, like I'm okay with it personally. But the moment I start to feel like I'm lacking in any way, it's a problem. And I mean lacking financially. The moment you start pouring more into that woman's household, then mine is a problem, right? Like I want to always feel like I'm the center. So if he is able to manage 2 women and make sure that my emotional needs are met, my financial needs are met, to be honest, like I really don't give a shit what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's on you. That's between you and your God. I just better not ever feel a lack of. That's the problem for me because, and I know that's going to be impossible because I require a lot of fucking attention. I require a lot of love. I need to talk to my mate like all the time. Like even if he's at work, how like we have to communicate during the day.
Yeah.
The moment there's a shift is a problem. You know what I'm saying? So again, if this man is able to do that, if he's able to fulfill my emotional needs and he's able to be a leader, provide for me spiritually, you know what I'm saying? And make sure financially we're all set, dude, all power to you.
What if we take the emotions out? Hold on, let me sit right here. This guy, he has a separate home for you. You're a small kid, they don't need for anything. You go and you travel as you want. Deposits to your account as you want. Sounds so
Is he
sweet.
fine too? I mean,
And he's fine. He has abs. He's 6'4" and
I don't really
chocolate
care for
skin.
height all that much.
Okay, chocolatey skin
And it counts, you know.
glistens in the dark. You understand?
Is he?
Guess what?
Is he well endowed?
Yeah.
Gives you panda
That's
panda.
important.
He gives you panda panda like nobody else. In fact, your body curves to him. You understand? But guess what?
That body curve.
That's a
You are
word.
number 2 wife.
What the fuck do you mean? I would never.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you're number 2.
What?
He provides for you. He provides security for you, but he does not provide emotional support for you.
I can't do it. I'm so sorry. I cannot do it.
Okay.
The
So,
emotions-
all you men that just want to be provider, provide security. This one, she needs
It's
emotions.
not
as
because
well.
I could have stayed in situations where I had all my financial needs met, but emotionally there was something missing, right? So
What if he said, "I'll give you counselor.
no,
That means your emotional needs.
I will provide you
I
psychological
am
help."
too emotional of a person. I crave true connection.
What if he said you can have boyfriend?
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck it.
Yay!
I'm okay. If you are saying I desire you and you bring all these attributes and these traits to the table that I desire in a mate, you know what I'm saying? But I'm unwilling to give you a certain thing, but I'm not going to hold you back from that.
Exploring.
Then absolutely, I will fulfill my duties as a wife and respect you, right? And make sure whoever I'm dealing with, like, they know their role.
But would it be, if he was to say you can get your emotional needs met, but not your physical?
But that sounds like that dude I was in a relationship. He's like, this nigga can hold your hand.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
But he can't what?
But he can't, no physical.
yeah. So
What?
I actually, I had a same conversation with my ex.
Is
right?
he gay?
No.
I'm just
Listen.
saying,
just
like,
can't
she's
do it.
saying she's
Oh, like he
cool.
can't physically
No.
perform.
Yeah, no. Okay.
No,
so
no,
the
no, no, no,
conversation we had, right? Same, very similar conversation because he's not the most emotional person, which is why I left, right? But he was like, listen, you can have a boyfriend. I'll hold your hands, listen to your stupid stories. I mean, he's very blunt. Like that's just the type of man he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he didn't mind. Like I didn't need for anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But emotionally, like I was losing my shit because I crave that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I don't care if you talk to other dudes. Like he's very secure in who he is. He can hold your hand, but they better not touch you. You know?
Well, we don't even talk about polyamory. Men don't.
So,
Okay.
They're not really.
That does
no, I mean,
We about to
because
shift to
if
that.
I'm gonna catch feelings and I'm just like, another nigga. So
Yeah.
it's the truth.
Let me
Be
share.
honest.
It's the truth because
yeah.
we are women. We're emotionally driven. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The more time I spend with this man, my emotions are going to get involved, and
Yeah.
I'm going to desire him physically.
Yeah, me, like, before my body go, my mind.
My mind.
Listen,
My
if
body
you get
will
me
follow
here,
my mind.
if
You
you get me here,
understand?
yeah.
Once you
Exactly.
tap into it and go, this
Yep.
is not for any. This is not
And
for
with
the
that
faint
being
of heart.
said, let me just say something.
Let
Men,
you
right?
just say it.
No, because a lot of guys these days, when it comes to dating, like they're so quick to try to like get in your pants, and it's just like you guys are going about it all wrong.
Listen. From what I know, your family come from a polygamy background. Is that correct? Briefly. Can you tell me a little bit about your family dynamics and dealing with polygamy?
So I wouldn't say my immediate family isn't from a polygamy background, but I was born and raised in a village where my grandfather had 22 kids and 12 wives.
Okay, granddaddy. Now wait a minute.
12 wives.
yeah.
Granddaddy produced every nut.
He was-
Now granddaddy.
but it's also like as earlier I was alluding to
Nurture versus nature.
exactly.
Oh, what are your views? Let's start there.
I think I'm not opposed to polygamy. I don't think it's doable in the States, right? Simply because it is a societal thing.
Finances.
There's finances, but it's also the way we are conditioned in the States, right? So I think, conditioning, like human beings are conditioned people, right? We all are conditioned, like our parents, and when we're born, the color we pick, the blue, the pink, and playing with toys and Barbie dolls, all of that conditions us within a certain path. And you can fight it as much as you can, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the difference between us that were born and raised in a culture where that is commonplace.
And I'm so sorry. I'm going to touch on what you said. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think it's not going to work in the U.S. because we live in a world seemingly of abundance, right? I think it's better practice in other countries because I feel like women probably do that out of the need of necessity of survival.
I wouldn't even, partially that's that, right? But then the other piece is that when you're born and raised in a space where your mom is one of 3 wives or one of 2 wives or one of 5 wives, you see
It's your norm.
Exactly. It's your norm. So you naturally, you're like the way you're conditioned, you naturally know. You're emotional. Exactly. You naturally figure out how to exist in that space.
But what about you? Let me shift. For you, do you believe in polygamy? And if you don't believe in polygamy why?
So like, my religion itself doesn't allow it, but it's polygamy is a thing.
What's
right?
your religion?
So I'm Muslim, and polygamy is a thing, right? And then, but it's not like a normal. It's not really. A lot of people just think like, oh, they hear all these 12 virgins, da 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 da. It's actually not a common thing that a lot of Muslim people practice. There's it's really a small percentage of people who practice it. So like you're allowed up to 4 wives, but there's conditions that you have to meet.
You can't be broke, y'all.
So, but for yourself,
there's conditions you have to meet. Like I said, I don't think it's something that I'm not opposed to it.
So you don't believe in it?
It's not that I don't believe in it.
He's neutral.
Yeah, I'm neutral about it. Like,
Would you do it?
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. I don't think it's something doable here.
But
if I wasn't here, I would do it. Yes.
But you're here.
Yes. So I wouldn't do it here.
I want you, and you're gonna take me, and then Sia wants you. You're gonna take. Would you take her? You agreed.
It would be a conversation, yes.
Because I'm
and
here,
if she fits with what we have going on.
But we've decided.
If we've decided, because it is a conversation that has to happen.
Exactly.
If we've decided and we've had the conversation, and it's like, okay, these are aspects where, these are things that Sia can bring to the table.
Right.
That we both feel as if we can't meet each other's needs. But she's willing to meet these needs, and we both agree, and we are in a space to where we can, because one of the requirements is that you cannot have a favorite, right? So is that you have to be able to treat everybody the same.
I don't want you to are in this space in the United States. If you could have it your way, would you have polygamy? And how would polygamy work for you? if you could have it your way here in the United States.
If I can have it my way in the United States, and it's something that's legal, I would have it. Yes.
How would that look?
It would look like a
To
conversation.
benefit. Like, what do you see the benefits in that for you?
So there's a multitude of benefits for it, right? So, and like one of the benefits is like, one, you share things, right? It's just the fact that it's a communal thing. So I was raised to where, like all of it comes back to the way I was born, the way I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I get most of my, right? Because by the time I got to the States, I was 13.
You're already conditioned.
I was already foundationally, a lot of the things that I believe in and what I seen, because it was already set, right? To where, like, when you married, you bring the woman into your family household, and you live in a compound where all the other husbands have their wives in, so you guys live in a communal space.
So you would want a communal space.
I would want a communal space, yes.
Okay.
So it may be like, okay, like it may be like a compound with multiple houses. She would have her place. There would be another place where, but at the same time, the kids play together.
Does she have another man?
Hell no.
Who?
They don't like sharing their women.
We do not.
Hold on.
That's a good question.
Let me just focus.
That's a good question.
It's a compound.
It's a
Everybody's
compound.
kids playing together.
Yes.
And you have multiple wives.
Yes.
But can she have somebody else that's there with her?
So, no.
And can you tell me why you, not in general, you, Tyson, why you would not be okay with your fourth wife having another man?
I think it really just boiled down to the fact that it's just
double standards.
it's patriarchal. Like, it really is. You can call it what you want to call it. As men, men are very territorial.
No,
very
for your own self.
And I'm speaking speaking for myself. I'm very territorial. What's mine is mine.
Okay.
And if me and my first wife, if she says I don't want to be in a polygamy relationship, then okay. Then
you would stop.
I wouldn't. Yes.
Even after you've, what about after you've already, hold on, what about after you've married say for instance you have 4 women, right? You've married all of them. And then your first wife, it says,
no, because we've already had the conversation.
There's no going back.
You can't go back because I'm married now.
Yay!
You can't just change your mind halfway through.
Once you commit.
You commit. It's a conversation.
Hold on.
You can't renege.
Tiffany, so you say you believe in, he says, everybody, remember, let's draw it in. Okay. He believes in polygamy on certain circumstances if it's agreed upon. Yes. He could do it in the United States. Okay. Tiffany said, but he says, there's no go backs. And auntie, if you marry this guy, and your other auntie married this guy, and the other auntie married this guy.
But it's a conversation we've had.
It's a conversation that you can't change your mind. But so as for yourself, earlier Tiffany, fine baby, she would say, yes, I support it, we're on the same page. But what if you and, let's say your own husband, right? Yeah. And he gets second wife, third wife. And then at some point you're like, you know what, babe? I'm sick of these hoes. I mean, my women, my sister wives. My sister wives have expired, and I just want you. And he says, "Babe, no take backs."
Okay, so there technically are no take backs, right? Like once we've agreed that like you're gonna marry these other women, then yes. But I am always number one.
Nah.
Yes.
Number 2, I disagree.
I'm sorry, Tia. And let me tell you why, dear. I'm gonna look out for you. I'm gonna look out for you. I'm gonna make sure that you are okay.
That's our man. Remember?
It is.
Because now I'm attached.
No, it is. No.
Okay.
It is our.
I'm just saying, because now my feelings are involved.
I know.
Come on, Sia, let her know.
But no, I'm your sister.
You're in control.
No, I am your sister wife.
So you're the house madam.
I'm going to, you're damn right. I'm gonna make sure. Listen. Everybody is going to be okay.
Hold on. Let her finish up.
Everybody is going to be okay. But if he has to go to one wife to make decisions about what he's going to do for everything, it's going to be me, because we came together to make a decision that we were going to open up our family to do this. So when I made the decision that I was okay with doing it, it's not to make you feel like a second wife or make you feel like a third wife. It's just that we're going to do this as a family. But at the end of the day, if he has to make an executive decision with somebody, it's going to be me as the first wife.
Hold on.
What if another wife comes in and she has she's better suited for the world
Exactly.
than you are.
And let me capitalize
Okay.
on that. Hold on, because
Better suited.
Yeah.
listen, let me tell you about it, because
Like-
everybody has their skill
Their
sets.
strengths,
Yes.
And everybody, I am a problem solver. Me, I can be stressed, but I can still move under stress. I become very, very rigid. And even if I'm pissing people off, we will move. You get? We will move in the thick of the fire things.
We wouldn't be sister wives. You see what I'm saying?
At all.
Ever.
Because I would be
Never.
number one. You understand? He would be like, my main thing, and that would
Please.
inspire. No, this is,
Yeah.
but here's the thing.
Exactly
It's
why
true.
this wouldn't work
Because it's like everybody has their strength. Guess what? If you wanted to take on us, we would be so much pressure. First of all, nobody's cooking like you. But guess what? I'm the best of both worlds.
And then-
I'm Nigerian and I'm South. I'm a Southern Belle. And guess what? There's other qualities about me that you may not possess. I can't beat you on it, but guess what? But what if it speaks to his inner,
To his heart.
to
Yeah,
his
his inner
heart?
man.
It's more than just his heart. What if it speaks to his peace?
Okay,
Fair man,
so say this.
So
Okay, let me just say this, Tyson.
Okay.
It's me and you.
Okay.
Okay. And C is our second. C
And
C
the
is
third one coming in and starting
C is the
to
second.
Strong.
She
Wahala
We're
for
gonna leave
you.
you outside. Okay. Leave her right
Papi,
there.
come now. Come find your not your bed now. Come and get this.
Don't let her in tonight.
Eh?
So it's me and you, Tyson, and we have Sia. She was the next person that we brought in, right? And let's say Sia is really good when it comes to making financial decisions, and I'm not so good. And you come to me and you say, "Babe, I'm looking to, create this multi-million-dollar apartment complex. This is my plan. This is what I'm thinking, right? I really would like to have that conversation with Sia because I know that that's an area of expertise for her, right? What I'm going to say as a mature woman, I'm going to say, absolutely, baby. Go ahead and have that conversation with Sia.
Tip, that's easy.
But I think
That's
so
easy.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
That's
Can I say
easy,
something?
though. That's easy. Tyson,
Can I
she
say
got to give you something better.
No, hold on.
You know why that's easy?
That's
Because that's
easy.
1 + 1. But guess what? If you say, babe, if Sia is the one that says, babe, I'm losing my mind. Hold on.
Right.
Tyson,
Hold on.
you go to her and says, you confiding in Sia and saying, Sia, I'm losing my mind, babe.
So,
Like I'm losing, like I don't feel
So this-
myself.
so this goes back to.
And he going to her instead.
So
of
this
you.
goes back to
Men
like.
do that all the time anyway.
So this goes back to the whole. These are all the minor things,
Yeah.
right? These are all the minute details, right? That makes it harder for you to have a polyamorous relationship here in the States because of all those things, right? Back home, the first wife, every subsequent wife that comes in understands that the first wife is the first wife for a
Period.
reason.
So everybody know their part.
And not just do they know their part. Yes, it's like it's a level of depth because she may not be the one physically satisfying him anymore. But what I'm saying is, because
I get it.
the way it works normally when a man marries, it's gonna be a younger one, right? Naturally,
Stamina.
right? Like we don't, as you know, it's gonna be a younger wife. Like he's not gonna go find another woman. He said, "Hey, that's gonna be older." It's not gonna be the case. It's gonna be multiple years younger than the initial wife. But everybody gives, for the most part, the respect to the first wife because the first wife is the first wife. But that is a societal thing.
Even let me ask you this, Tyson. Even if the first wife, like she got him because he was broken, disgusted. She was there before he had anything.
Everything.
But guess what? She was present. She wasn't feeding into, and he kept her along because she was. This is a one-off, right? But the women that come after, they're really
They're
adding
quality,
they're
yeah.
quality women.
I
But guess what?
understand it.
Those quality women are gonna not really.
How
They're
can you
respecting
respect?
the man.
But
in
at the
society,
same time,
they don't respect
though,
her.
see, that's the difference, right? Once again, it's a societal thing, right? So as a man, when you want another wife, one, you have to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
Another
Say that
Speak
again.
on it. With your
Right.
full chest, Tyson.
Say
Hold
that.
on.
Please repeat
What is
that.
it for the people in the back
Yeah,
with the
say,
big
if you ain't
It
got no
always
money,
bo-
don't try this at home.
It always boils. That's the number one
What
thing.
kind of money, Tyson? I think we talked about
Ooh.
this. What
It's-
kind of money? Give me example.
So back home, right? Like for instance, when I had a wife picked out when I was 8 years old. right? So by like 15, 16, we would have been married. We would have like that would have been my first
Like
wife.
an arranged marriage?
Yeah, like an arranged
Okay,
marriage, right?
okay.
And then like I put down a dowry.
Oh.
When my grandma went to, her parents and said, hey, when they get to a certain age, they're gonna be together, right? And a lot of it is it's because so marriage back home is a contractual agreement,
Yeah.
right? Like naturally, you pray and hope that the whole butterfly thing comes. But honestly, if you're on par with somebody, that'll naturally come, right? So I just feel like sometimes we kind of put too much emphasis on the whole emotional aspect of it. Because people are finicky, like emotions come and go.
I'm telling you.
So if foundationally you guys have, foundationally you're good to go, then a lot of the times you can get through a lot of shit, right? And I think that's the difference. So back home, the way they look at it is like, okay, is this man going to protect and provide? Is this family capable, if she was to have a kid, to take care of it, right? And that's what the father of the kids look at. And at the same time, like if because they pour into this woman and build her to who she is. They teach her how to cook, teach her how to take care of a home. So they've literally basically molded this person, and now you're going to take that resource away from them. And she's going to be the one in charge of your household, doing all those things. And now they're losing a helping hand, right? Because at the end of the day, no matter how you put it, a woman is more valuable in the home than a man will be. Yes, a man provide, but a woman, the skill sets and the things that a woman brings into the house. She makes the house the home. Yeah. So now you're taking a woman out of that home when she was responsible for her brothers. And she was cooking. She was out the one waking up, doing all these resources. That's why before you can say, I want this woman, it's really a bidding game. It sounds like you're
selling somebody.
You know what I mean? It sounds like you're selling somebody, but it really boils down to that.
You're selling a resource.
You're selling a resource. So it's a bidding game. So if I was to say I want you, but then somebody else comes over that has more money than I do.
He finished
you know what
last.
I mean? And that's gonna and then the family looks at it like, okay, this man is gonna be able to provide, and no matter what it is, right? Yes, there's minor things where, sometimes love and all, I'm attracted to them, and then the parents might listen to that. But a lot of the time they're looking at it from a contractual, foundationally.
So what does that look like here?
It doesn't look like nothing
because
here.
We lead here by feelings.
We lead by feelings.
So you don't, but in the States, you see, hypothetically, if you have one wife, would you have a wife here and then other wives in Sierra Leone?
So if I was to do it, that would probably be the only way to be done.
So you would say you would have one wife here. The wife here would have to agree, or would you just do it on your own?
She would have to agree.
You wouldn't just go and carry two wives?
I personally wouldn't matter. I would personally wouldn't care that.
Because ultimately my retirement plan, like I'm not gonna hold you, is 3 months in the States, 9 months back home. Or wherever my wife and, wherever our homes, depending on who I'm with. Yeah, I will come, America.
That's how most African.
So how long will you be in Sierra Leone? How long will these people be seeing you?
It depends on who I end up with. I'm a single man.
If you're married here, and you have two wives back in Sierra Leone, what does time look like?
But you see, that's the thing. The thing is, the wife's back home, right? I think the way they are set up, the way they're raised, it's like, okay, at the end of the day, my kids are in school. They're in private school. I'm well taken care of.
They're unprovided for.
They don't.
What about Panda?
And understandably, they may be doing what they're doing when I'm not there.
Are you okay with that?
I wouldn't know.
But if they say, babe, I love you, but Johnny boy,
they would never.
Women would never.
Women would never.
But if you found out, would you leave them?
That's a thing. But they would not.
I'm saying, would you leave your wives at home if they had somebody else? Because that's not the agreement.
That wasn't the original agreement.
But
they say you sleeping with an American girl here.
That's my wife. That's agreed.
That we agreed Auntie, on. Okay, let's wrap this up because
there's a difference. And that's the reason why it's a conversation. A lot of people. So in theory, it sounds good.
That's what I'm saying.
In theory, that sounds great. It sounds great in theory, and
there
are benefits to it. There are benefits to it, even here in America. Because there are benefits in America. Because the thing is, America is
not interested.
America is. It's a constant go.
Yeah. Can I say something? I think honestly, America should probably take on that because
Auntie, you started off with saying you don't believe
I said
polygamy.
in theory. I told you my
But the
logic
problem is, the problem is society, the way we are taught. America, we are very selfish. We are very possessive.
For no reason.
We are very, and like it's been like, oh
But
no.
The funny thing is though, women would be fucking the same man know by each other. And
that is my
But
thing. Nobody.
But you know what's crazy though, and I think
we are so delusional.
it's not what delusional. It's not
they-
delusional. I think like we underestimate how many people get cheated on and still stay.
But that's different than polygamy. Okay,
That is
polygamy is we are all saying that we are okay, but and then when you're dating or you're married, and
but
other
the problem is everything we consume, everything we are taught from the day we're young, from the day you're born here, is that you're supposed to be one and one.
But I think that that's when it comes when as you mature and you allow yourself to be an independent thinker.
Yeah.
And you like I'm American, right? And like I am all for it. Like, right? So like, you know, me and my husband, we've had these conversations again 10 years ago. But as an American woman that's younger than 40, that's been married for 10 years, that is very secure in my marriage and myself, I am 99% for it. I'm extremely emotional too. See, I'm a Cancer.
So you guys will vet people properly? Like, have you guys like determined how you go about it? Like, are you gonna like say, hey, we are a married couple of 10 years? Like, how would you like? What's the process for doing it here?
we don't have enough time.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, I mean,
I know we don't. This has been a great topic.
Uh-huh.
Let's go around. It really has. So Tiff has shared with us that even with her history of marriage, she realized the benefits in polygamy, and she supports.
Yes, and it's okay to be an independent thinker.
Yes.
Like, allow yourself to make decisions on what's best for you and your family and your relationship or marriage, and then make the decision based on that, not based on what other people are telling you to do.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you for sharing. Okay, and Sia, what is your last stance on polygamy? For you, for your own self.
For me, emotionally, I just don't think I've reached a space emotionally to where I can handle it. I think, again, the logical part of me can look at it and see other benefits for it. And the only way I would ever be okay with that if it's like out of sight.
Ma'am, you have to pick and choose.
No, that is still a
just
thing, right?
Your own
separate,
like.
if it's out of sight, like we have separate houses. That's still a thing.
I'm saying, regardless, do you believe in polygamy? Do you think you can do polygamy, or do you not?
I believe in it. I believe in it.
So I mean, for yourself,
for myself, at this moment, I just haven't reached the emotional growth to where I can handle it.
Okay,
that may change in the future.
Thank you.
Look at me.
Okay, and Tyson, for your own self, in your current state, where you are in your life, what is your final thoughts for you and polygamy? Is that something you feel like you could practice here in the United States?
No.
Okay. And then for myself, as you all know, you can hear my grunts and groans and I can't do it. As for myself, I respect everybody's opinions. Everybody say I'm not here to judge. We do judge from a sense, but at the same time, as for myself, I don't believe in polygamy because I just feel like the level for people to be there for each other, the expectation is it far exceeds being able to do that for more than one. That's just for my own self. People struggle day in and day out. And one could say, okay, that's where the other people come in to lift the burden. But as for myself, I don't. But I support anybody that, whatever makes anybody else household and whatever makes them work, I believe in it. That's why, as she said, focus on your own lane. And so I appreciate you all tuning in for Let's Just. Thank you for sharing your opinions. Thank you for sharing your perspectives. Thank you for being in the hot seats, or the pepper soup seat. And please, whatever you do, click the subscribe button. Let's just hit the like button. Please go in the comment section as well and make sure you comment, because after this series, the following week after this is released, we'll have a Let's Just pillow talk where we kind of have a live discussion on what you all think. Is polygamy the soft life? Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.